Hello everyone, and welcome to this reading with me, Miss Whitney B. I'm here following a breadcrumb. I had this dream this morning right before I woke up, and it had my heart pounding when I woke up. I had this dream that my twin flame had called me to come over and see him, and I was over visiting him and his karmic were together, and he said he'd had something to tell me. And so I go over there, and they're like cupcaking and doing the most, and I was just like, oh, I'm not really up for this. This isn't really my show. And then somehow somebody tells me she's pregnant. And I'm like, it spins me out. And I'm like, what? Okay, interesting, weird. I don't know how to feel about this. So then I leave his apartment and go to my apartment. And I call my bestie on the phone, and I'm telling her all about it. And she's also a reader herself. And I'm speaking to her in Spanish and telling her all about it. And in walks my partner's Karmic. And she's just watching me. Just staring at me, watching, listening to everything I'm saying. And I turn to look at her to confront her and to ask her to leave because it's my space and she doesn't have a right to be there. And then my phone rings and I wake up. And so I wanted to follow these breadcrumbs and see what in the world this is about. So I started the reading, and then Spirit told me to record it. And so I'm like, okay. So I've already got 4 cards right here that I've been pulling from my Sacred Rebels deck. And so the first one is relax the hold of darkness and be a cause, receiving, inspiration, and what's already with you. And so, what this is saying to me is this is Spirit inviting me to relax the hold of darkness, to let go of the doubts, the fear, the anxiety, the worry, and to just be a cause, which is for me about being at ease. Just stand in the stillness, just be still and allow the light and the light codes to come in and purify and allow all of the releasing. And if you notice, this person is doing this dance with the green energy, which is Mother Earth, nature, and it also, for me, it's heart healing with the white light being the inspiration, that shock of truth, that inspiration. I think of lightning as inspiration and truth coming in, but it's not lightning. It's more like pixie dust, fairy dust. And so that for me is about being blessed by the universe, getting love, getting inspiration, getting hope, and being guided, like basically like a fairy godmother type of thing. Good old Disney. Then we have the receiving cup, and if you notice, she's got wind, which is air, which is about thinking, but it's also white. If you notice, it's white and blue, which is divine inspiration and truth coming in with this loving, glowing yellow healing energy, because it's more gold, and that to me is the golden light of the universe, which is about, again, in a different way, pixie dust, meaning like you're blessed, you're loved, you're inspired, you're cared for. Because right here next to this with this inspiration, this gold energy with the white in the middle is about divine knowledge and intuition coming. And so I feel that this was the universe basically giving me a gift and letting me know, hey, no matter what happens, the steps will be given, the breadcrumbs will be given, you'll know. Spirit will guide you. Spirit will bring it to you. And the more open and at cause, at ease, at stillness you are, the easier these messages come. And so I think this was divine inspiration, because next we have relax the hold of darkness and be at cause with receiving with inspiration. And so I feel that this was Spirit just letting me know what's going on in this dream, like what's going on with the energetics of it all. Basically, my twin wants to talk to me. He's caught up in a third party, but he wants to talk and hang out and spend time. But he's still caught there, and that cycle isn't ended, and until that cycle ends, he's not going to be able to come forward. And then I also feel that is them letting me know that she's just watching me, which, I mean, okay, whatever. People do what people do. You can't control what others do. You can only control yourself and how you choose to show up in the world and act. So this is me showing up in the world and acting. And so if somebody else is going through this or having these dreams or feeling these fears, No, you're not alone. It's okay. But this is the thing. Everything you need is already with you. This is the what is already with you card. And this is, you see these moths? These moths are white. And so that's divine light, and then inspiration, and then surrendering to what's already going on. And if you notice, if we get real close, it might be a little too dark in here right now, but there's this flower, and it actually looks like an all-seeing eye with inside of a flower, and it's almost, either it's within a oh no, it's the circle within a circle of flowers. And so I just heard the flower is blooming, and this is the center. So basically we're coming to the center of the storm. This is the center of the storm, and just allowing the universe to guide you. And basically this is the universe telling to me that you have everything you need. You don't need to be concerned. There's nothing to worry about or be concerned about. Divine union is divine union. Sacred partners are sacred partners. And so we have a path, and that path is guarded, loved, protected, and guided. And so I have nothing to be afraid of. And bottom of the deck, we have conscious connection. So this is a twofold message for me. This is me being connected to spirit, and spirit being able to tell me anything and everything I need. But also this is about my twin and I having a conscious connection, and that we have a very psychic connection. And it's not unaverage, or it's not out of the norm that he sends me dreams and communicates with me all the time. It was just weird in this dream because there wasn't a lot of talk. It was more like a silent one where we're like just knowing information in our brains, like, you know, sharing telepathically, which him and I do all the time. And so I get that. But it was different than our normal dreams. And I wasn't sure, because I also get dreams sometimes from him that are about his fears and what he's concerned about and worried about with me, or in relation to me, or in his life, or with our union. And so I wanted to follow these breadcrumbs, because I'm like, which scenario is this? But this feels like this is a scenario basically where I'm getting knowledge. The universe is filling me up with inspiration, with knowledge, with wisdom about what's going on. My partner's also sharing with me what's going on. And that what feels like is heart healing is going on. This person is really going through it. And so was I. But I've been focusing on healing and grounding and not being bothered. I get to be where I'm at. They get to be where they are, and it's so good enough. That's the thing with journey. We're with this twin flame journey. Is you have to surrender to all of you. Surrender to yourself. Surrender to who you are and what you've got going on, and how you can be your best self and be of service to this planet as that self, just as you are. Nothing extra. Nothing extra. Nothing is outside of you. Everything you need is right here with you, and then going forward from there. Okay. So, is there anything else that wants to be said? Universe, I'm going to do this like I would do a normal reading. And so, give me one card as a clarifier for the sender of the dream. One or two, whatever you guys want to give me. The Lady of the Mirror, reflection on judgment. And the receiver of the dream, Gaia's Garden, fruition, abundance, and reaping what you sow. Okay, and then this card was at the bottom, and so this is about being love and compassion and kindness and consideration, reverence, kindness, consideration, reverence, the High Lady of love and compassion. And so that's what's shared in our partnership, is this knowing that no matter what's going on outside in the rest of the world, we're a safe harbor for one another. We love and accept each other. We see each other. We care about each other. We love about each other. And so even with, like, you know, being a human and we take on all these tasks, we have to heal and clear away all the karma in between, right? And all these, like, perceptions and thoughts and ways of beings and actions that don't serve us. But underneath all of that, even when my twin is being mean or nasty or rude, there's the core connection of, you're my person in this world. I love you forever no matter what. I have told him before, if I have to love you from a distance, I'm totally okay with that. I love you no matter what. We're family. That's it. And so whether that's now, whether that's this lifetime, at any time in this lifetime, or that's the next lifetime, or that's when we finally reunify as complete whole soul and go on a journey in a new way, doesn't matter when. Time doesn't mean anything. It's about being ready. It's about being all that we are. It's about living in our authentic truth and going forward from there and meeting life and ourselves exactly where we're at. If we line up in this lifetime, that's so amazing. So amazing. So beautiful. It's a gift. It's something we've been working for centuries. But if for some reason there's a snag and we don't, that's okay too. The universe will always bring us exactly what we need. Exactly what we need and what we want. And so, beautiful gifts such as soulmates. If you're twin, Spirit let me know early on. Well, actually not early on, but early on this summer. And my twin actually did too before this even happened. He's quite prophetic, but I don't know if he's... Yes, I'm just going to say that he's quite prophetic and always lets me know before I know that there is someone else coming or something else coming. And so I feel that that's what this is about. But it's about just loving and caring about each other and giving, 10 fucks about each other, whether we're in separation, whether we're in union, whether we're in this lifetime or not. It doesn't matter. Always. That is the other half of your whole soul. And so, unconditional love. Point period. Whether that's capable of being shown in the physical world or not. Unconditional love is the basis of the bond. Period. All right, universe. Can you tell me about, wow. Tell me about the Lady of the Mirror. We have the hungry ghosts. That's what I thought in Spirit Whispering. Okay. So yeah, this person is very afraid. They're coming from their lack, this scarcity, obsession, and attachment. So he was definitely coming from a low vibrational place of fear and separation, but he was giving me information and knowledge about what's coming or what's going on so that I was aware and ready so that I can be solid and grounded and take these steps. And so that's what I'm saying, guys. No matter where you're at in the physical world, if you build your 5D bond, everything else is just extra. My twin and I may not always talk often in the physical world, but every single day, 5D, we're communicating all day long. All day long. Brings me visions, messages, memories, different lifetime memories. I've been having a lot of those lately. I just got to go into the Akashic the other day, and I got to see so many beautiful twins and all of their lifetimes, or not all of their lifetimes, but this is what I call the redo lifetime. This is the lifetime that we're redoing the last lifetime that we really effed it up and like messed up the whole contract. And so for me, that happens to be a 13th century lifetime from the Middle East. What used to be between Russia and Persia and now is now like Uzbekistan or something like this. I had a really amazing friend who helped me do a lot of this divinationary work, and what was so amazing is she was my best friend in that lifetime, and her and I together one night just had this whole vision and discovered all of these things before I had even met my twin in physical. I've been meeting him my entire life on the astral plane. I used to go play with him all the time when I was a little girl, and he's always come and visited me and brought me information. He's always let me know that he was coming for me. And vice versa. I've always let him know I'm coming for you. Where are you? What does this look like? Where are you at? And the same. Particularly if there is a new love interest coming in. He always comes and lets me know that's going to happen. Most recently, he told me that it's okay to play, but nothing serious. You can't love them. Can't be with them. Can't do any of that. It's very interesting. Anyways. Now we have Gaia's Garden. Universe, tell me about Gaia's Garden. The Web Weaver and the Word Lord. Both of these guys at the bottom of the deck were sitting in the resting tree, which is the stillness energy. Yeah, the stillness. I was asleep. Maybe he was asleep as well. Not sure. Could be, could not be. And Spirit brought us illumination over the inner conflict. Okay, so we have the Web Weaver and the Word Lord. We have synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. Then we have communication, praise, and dishonesty. So Gaia's Garden is awake, who's doing the work, and is consciously aware and is connecting to the universe. If you see, she's got this thread that is glowing in divine light. And she basically is weaving the world into reality with everything that Spirit and all of her you know, psychic helpers help her do. I really feel strongly that this person, see, she communicates with the animals. She talks to the stars. If you notice, she's looking to this animal. And so she communicates with them. She sees the light. She finds the light wherever she's at. And she gets grounded and stable. I don't know if you can see this, but she's standing on a rocks with a whole bunch of clouds on them. But it's like misty rock. And so she's standing there grounded and stable in the stillness, because it also looks like there's snow on the ground. And snow is winter, and winter's about hibernation. So in her hibernation, she's sitting over here listening to the universe, following the light, talking to the stars, and looking to Mother Gaia to ground and get centered, solid, and stable so she can go forward. And then we have the Word Lord, communication, praise, and dishonesty. And so she's communicating, praising, and still withholding. She's not telling it all. Sorry guys, I received a call right then. And so she wants to communicate. She is not coming forward to communicate because she's sitting in the stillness. I feel that the universe has told her not to move. The universe told her to let all of this unfold as it needs to unfold. And then sorry guys, another phone call. When the perfect timing comes, then it will be time to go forward. But right now, she's not coming forward. She has much to say as well, and it's not being said. But she is communicating and she is praising. So I feel that she's doing this with her in her own bubble. She's not going outside of her bubble to share it. All right. This is really nice. Thank you, Spirit. I'm glad I did this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Hungry Ghost, what do you want to tell, or excuse me, Lady of the Mirror, what do you want to tell Gaia's Garden? Okay, this is a brand new deck I got as well. I'm not quite sure the name of this deck. Hold on, I can look. It's Mystical Shaman's Oracle. Alright, what does the Lady of the Mirror wish to tell Gaia's Garden? The child, the heart of the sky, and the lower world. With wind on the bottom. So coming in communication about the heart of the sky, the lower world. Universe, what are you trying to tell me right here? Make sure. 7, the seeker. 6 for self-care. 34. So this person is coming with communication and inspiration. The child, the heart of the sky, and the lower world. Give me one card to clarify, universe, because if this is what I think it is, light it up like the 4th of July. The person was coming to give a gift. Yes, they were coming as their authentic self to let you know about a lie, the lower world, low vibrational things. It feels like either a lie, the lower world, meaning like the child, the heart of the sky, and the lower world. Okay, all over selflessness, humility, and conscious action. Clarify this, universe. Clarify this for me. What are you trying to tell me here? I'm seeing 3 different things, so tell me. Light it up like the 4th of July so we see it so clear. The child, the heart of the sky, and the lower world. Light it up, light it up. Okay. Okay. So this person is coming to keep it real about the High Priest, to tell it true with intuition, Just tell it true about the child to bring justice about the decisions that wasn't made or the indecision that created all this cause. Okay, I see. Because this person is low vibrational, they were in a place where they didn't make a decision, which had them going through all of this energy with the child, the heart of the sky, and the lower world. And so tuition to create justice. Yeah, okay. All over the bottom of the deck, looking to the future. Okay, universe. Okay, so Gaia's Garden and the Lady of the Mirror. What Gaia's Garden would like to tell Lady of the Mirror: getting my soul back. I'm retrieving my own soul and finding my own self. I'm cutting off anything and everything that no longer serves me. And I'm making sacrifices. And the Serpent, this is about healing, speaking truth, and shedding old skins. The child, the heart of the sky, and the lower world. And it's over intuition, creating balance, over this indecision, this not being able to make a choice. I don't know, guys. There's still something here going on that I want to understand. I don't feel like it's done. So I am going to pull a couple more cards about what that is, because I just want to really make sure I'm getting that right. Universe, light it up. What is this child about? The heart. The child, the heart, and the lower world. Survival, false promises, and the winged ones helping. Okay. All over aggression and optimism. So this person is really struggling with their karmic at this time. There may be a child that is coming, or there may be somebody. Yeah, it looks like there's a child coming. The child, the heart of the sky, and the lower world. So it seems to me that either A, there's a child that's going to be born because this person called from the heart of the sky. Universe, give me, it's over false promises and the winged ones. Universe, what about this heart of the sky? Small steps, asking for help, preparation, prayer, and sacred ritual. And then the lower world. Control, stillness, clear vision. Bottom of the deck. Ideas preserved, non-action, entitlement. The Ice Queen. Oh, she tried to get pregnant. She tried to get pregnant. That's what it is. Got it. Was wondering. So homegirl, twins trying, or the false twin, the karmic is trying to get pregnant, or she lied about being pregnant, or she's trying to use pregnancy or that she is pregnant as a way to control him. But he's telling me he's coming forward to give me intuition so that I can understand and go forward about what had happened. Because he's afraid to talk about it. I see. Well, that's okay. I would be afraid too. I understand. It's understandable. The curse at the bottom of the deck. Wow. So either this person used magic to try to get pregnant, or use false premises, or like, he feels cursed. That's what he said. He feels cursed. Yeah, this person purposefully tried to get pregnant. But Spirit had their back the whole time and made sure that if the child does come of this union, the child will be safe. It'll be blessed. It'll be okay. It'll be well. But that this looks like Spirit is here helping this person so that they didn't get pregnant. And so maybe this partner was this man, this masculine, or this feminine. This take it how it resonates for you. Maybe spirit took their sex drive away. Maybe they couldn't get it up. Maybe they can't stay wet. Maybe they're no sex drive. While this karmic might have used to really entice them a lot with their sexuality, spirit, for whatever reason, it says this person had made a sacrifice that, okay, so this partner did some kind of upgrading that stopped or that allowed spirit to step in and keep this person safe and protected. And it had something to do with a sacred ritual. And they're saying it had something to do with the twin. So maybe there was a sacred ritual done 5D. Maybe something in their life. Oh, spirit's saying this happened in the physical. They're saying that okay, so there was a situation where the two twins got together, had an amazing time, blew somebody's mind. Somebody ran, somebody got afraid, but because of what happened and what was shared in the moment, it altered things. It changed it. And so the twin who ran could no longer deny the union to themselves. And then spirit's also telling me they came in and gave sacred vision to that person so that person could see so very clear who the divine counterpart is and who the divine counterpart is not. So have compassion and understanding for this person, you guys. They've gone through a lot. This person had an issue around like distorted feminine. Like they were raised by distorted feminine, and there's been a wound, distorted feminine wound since either birth or small childhood. And so they're saying that the reason this person kept seeking partners that were so empty and so manipulative and so mean and so controlling, because they didn't know what it was to be truly loved. And so when the twin came in, when the counterpart came in and was all that love and all that light and all that joy and all that optimism and excitement and just genuine love, scared the living shit out of this other person, because they never experienced that in their life. And they thought that was controlling. They thought that was pushy. They thought that was greedy. They thought that was too much, because they hadn't been trained by the feminines in their life and in their experiences about what real love, what it is to be loved on a deep level truly looks like. And so spirit is saying that they basically had a wool over their eyes or colored glasses on that were stopping them from, or foggy glasses, from seeing the truth. Well, now the smoke screen is being removed completely, and this person is seeing the truth, and they're sharing it back to the twin, to Gaia's garden. Got it. Oh, universe, thank you so much. I'm so glad I followed that hunch. Okay. Wow, that was very deep and complex. So back over here with Gaia's garden, what Gaia's garden is telling the Lady of the Mirror is, look, I'm doing my soul work. I'm doing my soul retrieval. I'm finding all of myself. I'm cutting out anything and everything that no longer serves me. I'm making the sacrifices with the cut, and that's okay. And then I'm doing the healing work with the serpent. Bottom of the deck, mystical shaman. Okay. Wow, guys, that was deep. That was deep. Is there anything else that we want to talk about? This person had a lot to say. We can do a couple of clarifier cards over here as well, so we can talk about, let's talk about soul retrieval. Universe, soul retrieval. Tell me about it. What is this Gaia's garden working on with this soul retrieval? We have the starseed, what lights you up. We have answering the call, and we have deep replenishment. Okay, yeah, so this person is following all that they are. They're following the breadcrumbs to home to who they really are with this soul retrieval. What lights you up, they're following what lights them up. They're aware they're a starseed. They're aware they're here doing double mission work, and they're here to upgrade the planet through their own actualization. This person's aware of that. This person is also answering the call. This ties into the what lights you up, because they're following the call. They know the mission and they're following it. And last but not least, this deep replenishment. They're saying, I'm resting, I'm retreating, I'm being held, I'm being loved, I'm inner and outer wealth in it. Like, I am in hermit mode, I'm taking care of myself, I have lots of affection and care, I have lots of beautiful souls around me who love me and honor me and celebrate me and find me so good enough, which helps then this person heal and anchor in to how good enough they truly are, so they can shine that light back out and show the rest of the world how they're the one too, how they're so good enough, and how each and every one of them can have that same amount of love, their version, period. Nobody's left out. Okay, next, let's see the blade. Universe. Ugh. Sorry guys, my leg's stiff. Can you tell me about this blade? What is the blade about? They're cutting. What are they cutting out, universe? Light it up. What are they cutting out? The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Oh, so they're cutting out anything and everything that stands in the way of going forward. I just heard, oh, look, guys, snakes. There's snakes all around. Snakes, healing, shedding old layers, getting out of the way. So they're basically removing anything and everything that stands in the way of the initiation, that rite of passage. We have the priestess really embodying all that they are and being the leader, going where they're called, stepping up and leading. And then last but not least, we have the great gathering, coming together, intuitive hits and soul tribes. So this person is basically cutting out anything and everything that isn't working for them, that isn't bringing them closer and closer to their great gathering, and they're following the intuitive hits and the soul tribes. And so before, this person may have really ignored their intuition. They may have not followed that intuition. They may have just heard it and been like, oh, that's great. Or, oh, you know, whatever. Just didn't really acknowledge themselves. Not anymore. They're cutting out anything and everything that stands in the way of that, or anything and everything that is not in alignment with that. Great job, guys. That's beautiful. Then we have, okay, so that priestess, again, she's actualizing, or he's actualizing and being a leader. Remember, gender is not important. It's energy. And so, Gaia's Garden, if you're resonating with this, you are cutting out anything and everything that stands in the way of you embodying all that you are. Period. Period. Okay, focusing on the inner temple. Spirit asked me to flip that over so you guys could see it. So this person's cutting out all those things and using their discernment. That knife reminds me of a sharp discernment. Clear, logical mind, but also heart-centered. And so anything and everything that doesn't serve, that isn't filling up their temple, isn't filling their cup, isn't bringing them intuition and knowledge, isn't lighting up their sky, isn't lighting up their world, out. Okay, last but not least, the sacrifice. Tell me about this sacrifice. Share your voice. They're sacrificing being in the dark. They're sacrificing their cave, their persecution, to come out and express themselves. They're sacrificing their hiding. They're coming out of hiding and coming true. Ooh, buddy, isn't that... I know that's the case for me, y'all. The age of light. They're sacrificing that they've been hiding and training, and that it's now time to step up and be the leader. So basically, anything that's not in alignment with them being the leader and the actualizer and the conscious creator, getting cut out. Straight up, being sacrificed. Out. Bye. Even if it looks like the twin. That was a part of the journey, though. I just heard that so strong. Spirit was like, don't forget, it's everybody, even parts of their self. Anything and everything that is not in their highest and greatest good, their highest alignment, is being cut out and sacrificed at this time. Ooh, purging. I just heard that too. Really been working on purging. Spirit's like, man, purging. Listening to the radio, getting their intuitive hits, following. And how they're doing that is not by focusing on what needs to be purged, but lining up with what's happening in the here and the now, and then letting anything and everything that's not in alignment with the here and the now out and gone. Big step. Spirit said that this person has gone through a great accomplishment in this, and Spirit wants to really honor this Gaia's Garden person and just let them know, you are doing amazing. We're so proud. This is happening even better than not that they expected, because there's every timeline, but we're doing such a great job that we're literally elevating to our highest, most optimal timeline. They're like, you live there more often than not. Congratulations. And last but not least, the Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty, devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. And so again, they're sacrificing being in the dark. Their sacrifice hiding in their cave. Their sacrifice having all that knowledge and just keeping it to themselves. So this person may be a little more introverted, or may Spirit's saying it's not introversion. It's lifetimes of fear and persecution. When you're persecuted many lifetimes for having gifts such as these, it becomes an ingrained process when you incarnate in your human body to leave it at the door. Basically, all this, every time we've done this in some form or shape, we've been murdered, killed, sacrificed, whatever. And so Spirit's like, that's why we've had to go through all of this fear, all this karma to get rid of it, to purge, to release, so that we could come into this priestic, mystic, teacher energy with beauty and devotion. Be the leader, be the teacher. And so, congratulations, Gaia's Garden. That is so beautiful. You're doing such a wonderful, amazing job. Like, yes, I know this all started over a breadcrumb for me, but Spirit is saying this is for all of us. This is for anyone and everyone who resonates. Again, don't worry about energetics. It's not a big deal. What they're saying is, what's your situation? How does this information line up for you? Take what resonates, notice what resonates, and leave anything and everything else that doesn't. Don't worry about it. Just take your breadcrumbs. Don't focus on, oh, this, that, or the other. And if you're not sure if it's your breadcrumb, ask the universe to light it up for you. Universe, if this is my breadcrumb, bring it back to me. Show me. Unfold the rose. Help me see how this is my breadcrumb. Okay. Bottom of the deck, transformation. So this person has just been killing it. Like, you are killing the game. That's wonderful. I'm so proud of you. That's so awesome. And so is this person. Spirit's saying both of them together are killing the game. This one had a lot of distortion to get through, as well as this one. This one had to release their fear. This one also has to release their fear. But this one's fear is around codependency and lack and just having a certain type of lifestyle. This person's fear is the same, but their own version. Having a certain type of lifestyle. They're afraid to go out and be their authentic selves because they'll be killed. This person is afraid to go out and be their authentic self because nobody loves them anyway. So why should they love anybody else or be invested in themselves at all? Both of those are lies. This person is a beautiful, wondrous person who has a lot to offer, just the same as this person. When these two come together in full union, they're going to be such a powerful, powerful couple. Spirit just showed me, like, moving mountains, sailing across the world, flying everywhere, doing everything, like travel. You guys, we are grid workers. We are here to anchor in the grid of the new world. And so we're going to be living our dreams come true so that we can anchor that in for everyone with our power. Because we are so powerful. That's why this is so hard. This is why it takes a while. Because all of this has to line up in perfect time. And Spirit's like, we've been conspiring for you, for your highest and greatest good, for your dreams come true this entire lifetime, for every lifetime. And so it's your job to notice that. It's your job to say, okay, Spirit, show me the ties that bind. Show me, light it up. Keep it real. Light it up like the 4th of July. Make it so clear, so easy for me to understand that as soon as I see it, bam, I got it. That's for me. All right, guys, I'm going to do some quick, oh my gosh, this was a long video. We're at 37:45. So I'm going to do a quick, Spirit saying, don't worry about that. Okay. They want me to give you some advice, some energy to focus on as you go forward so that you're not sitting in this space of worry or fear or anxiety. They're like, you're exactly where you're supposed to be, doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And that's both of you, not just one. This one, this is for the Lady of the Mirror. This is about universal love. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and the whole of existence itself. And so this is about unity consciousness. That's the 7th dimension. This person is focusing on being universal love, giving universal love. This is a double 4, 44 to make 8. But 4s are about order, structure, discipline, step-by-step actions that lead to success here in the physical world. Divine masculine emperor energy. Then we have this discernment, using your discernment. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. And so, coming from a place of universal love, unity consciousness, it's okay, you're good enough exactly where you're at, no matter who you are, no matter what it is, whether you agree with them or not. It's a part of the divine, it's a part of the divine plan, and everybody plays their role. And if everybody wasn't here exactly as they are, doing as they are, being who they are, the world wouldn't be what it is right now, just as it is. And so it's coming from that place of universal love and wisdom and moving into discernment with the ability to have that inner balance and to detach, but to still have that compassion and wisdom. So it's about that detachment with love and wisdom. That's your advice for the Lady of the Mirror. Lady of the Mirror universe. Magic. And communication. Oh, wow, it took 5. Okay, so I guess Spirit really had a lot to talk to you about. Bottom of the deck, soul time. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that while the corporal body is mortal, the soul is limitless, timeless, and infinite. And so, Lady of the Mirror, this is what you need. That's what you need to be working on, or advice for what you can do to support yourself. It's not need. You don't have to do anything, guys. Everything's a choice. If you don't want to actualize, you don't want to show up as all of you. You don't want to do it. You don't have to do it. Now, are you going to live the life you dream about? No. But you do have a choice. There's a whole choice every time. So this is about being universal love, understanding, being kind, compassionate, and understanding. Seeing how everything connects to one another. Then we have discernment, which is about that inner balance and detachment, but with compassion and wisdom. Followed by the magic. Believe in the magic, my friends. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move toward possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation. So, believe that you can manifest anything you desire. That's the truth. That's a reality. Magic. Then we have conception. The frequency of conception invites us to bring our consciousness to our origin, the place where everything in creation begins, the all. It helps us to remember that the infinite potential and possibilities of this space and what we can manifest through our own focused awareness and attention. And so basically, Spirit's asking you to believe in the magic so then you can manifest magic, so that you can see how everything is connected and manifest from there. Manifest that communication. Last but not least is the communication. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information on many different formats. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow with source and to be balanced and exchanged. So, focus on balanced exchanges. Focus on speaking, having your heart center be the seat of your being. I made that the seat of my being a long time ago when I was first waking up about, 10, 15 years ago, because Spirit told me that your heart is the center of your being. It's where your soul connects into you. Even though your soul's not really in your body, it's like up above your body, it's still, your heart is the center of processing. And so go through your heart to make choices and decisions, particularly around trusting, discerning, believing in magic, going to the place where everything is within us all, the spark of divine, that conception, and then to communicate and do equal exchanges. This person feels like they're having some struggle with communication, not feeling safe or comfortable or at peace or at cause to be able to communicate. And so Spirit's like, just call for help and you'll get it. But you just got to call, because of free will, Spirit can't help us unless we ask for it. And so Spirit's like, communicate, ask for help. You need help, I'll help you. We'll be there. There's lots of us, ancestors, guides, spirit helpers, all that will be there for you. Okay, next we have the Gaia's Garden. What your advice is to focus on the frequency of the Merkaba. It supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse the other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve our highest purpose. So the Merkaba, that they're being asked, Gaia's Garden is being asked to focus on their power and all that they are. The cosmic flower. The frequency of cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. And so Spirit's asking you to go in and embody, to allow yourself to embody this Akashic inheritance so that you can fully blossom and bloom into all that you are and speak that authentic truth. Because that's the goal here, is with throat chakra is speaking authentic truth. The frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. And so gaining balance, staying solid, staying solid, grounded, stable, and balanced through going into all that we are, gathering all that we are as we are through that inner knowing of remembrance, by going through that Akashic inheritance, all the lifetimes, all the skills, all the embodiments of all you've been, and using that in this lifetime to really manifest the unfolding of your flower. Activate your remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour out magnificence out into the world, so you can truly remember who you are and where you came from, so then you can share that truth back out to the world. Next, how cute. Remembrance. Another beautiful coinky dink with this marker breath. Not that anything's ever a coinky dink, it's just always a breadcrumb. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and body, providing us with the valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with all this life. And so, like I was talking about earlier, where I, as a young child, was very aware that I had been psychic and gifted in my past lives, and, like, you know, remembering that I'd been burned at the stake, remembering that I'd been locked in caves, remembering that I had, you know, died of suffocation, that I'd killed myself, that, you know, the Romans came or whatever, and just any way, I've been killed and murdered many, many times, many ways, for being a psychic and for being a healer and for doing this work, because this world was not a safe place for us. But it is now. We get to do this, we get to be this, and we get to heal this, so the cycle ends and no longer continues to generate. Because the next generation of light beings coming in, they started coming in July of 2020, and they'll end their journey in January of 2029. And so, or December of 2029, excuse me. We're clearing the space by going into all that we are in remembrance, to speak authentic truth, to share authentic truth, and to come into that, so that no one ever has to experience what we did again. And we're doing that through sacred vision. The universe is giving us sacred vision to remember, through the access of all that we are, to unfold our rose and see who we truly are, and where we truly come from, to create that balance and communicate out. Did you guys see that? Just making sure. So the how I know I saw all those things is because when I was a small child, I was awake. I was completely awake. I was even, if not just as awake as I am right now, I was even more awake because I didn't have any fear. And so I would see my visions. I knew that I had lived in a harem in the 13th century life. I had seen that lifetime before I knew what it was. I'd seen my twin flame. I knew who he was, and I knew that he had been with me many times, many ways, and that we were doing work in this lifetime. I knew ever since I was a tiny little girl. I told my mom I was 3, and I was like, Mom, I need you to know I'm going to marry a black man, that's what it is, that's the work here, that's how he's embodied in this lifetime, and that, you know, whatever our family issues are and wherever anybody else is coming from, I'm not for it, I'm not going for it, and this is what that's going to be. I also told her about how I was going to marry one man and have children with that one man, that I would only be with one long-term partner. I would have only one long-term relationship. I would only be married one time. I told her about my children, about what kind of children, who my children were, how they were going to embody in this world, the things that they were going to do. I told her about, because I saw all of that. I remembered signing the contracts. I remembered being a soul, talking to all my soul groups and saying, okay, this is the work I'm coming to do. I remember understanding the links. I remember seeing it. I remember being a tiny girl and telling my mom and my aunt that we made contracts with the universe and all these souls, and that they're right here in our hands. All of this is all the things that you guys are doing in this life, and that, yes, the lines change and they grow based on decisions we make. We have free will. And so if we're living our optimal timeline, we're constantly, consciously evolving. Even if you're not living that highest timeline, as long as you're living a timeline where you're living in your authentic truth, you're going to evolve. And so I saw all of that, and I knew all of that, and I was accessing my Akashic record as a very small child. And so you're being invited to wonder what yours looks like. What does yours look like? What are your past lives? What are you here to do? What is your mission work? What does that look like for you? That is the invitation. Spirit is saying, look for the ties that binds. What are the patterns? I had a Reiki healing session done about 10 years ago, and it was the most wondrous experience I'd ever experienced in my life. It was an angelic healing, and I ended up on this beautiful island with thousands thousands of angels surrounding me, all touching me, healing me, and showing me how every single thing in my entire life is about all of my experiences, my likes, my dislikes, my preferences, my non-preferences, things I care about, things I don't care about. All of that is a sum total accumulation of who I've been and who I am today. And so they're inviting you to do the same. Who are you? What did you come here to do? What's the point of it all? What are the lessons you're working on? What's the service? What's the soul mission? All right, guys. So those are the breadcrumbs. Those are my invitations from, or really they're Spirit's invitations, but they're also my invitations because the journey is so wondrous, and you'll be amazed and surprised at all the breadcrumbs you'll get from Spirit. And they're likely going to be coming in the form of visions. It could start as dreams or it could be waking visions. Most of mine are waking visions, but like I said, we're here because I had a dream and I wanted to know about it. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, the winner for the last week of August drawing, subscriber drawing, is Brittany Grovum. I've already talked to her, reached out to her, and so I want to thank you everyone for participating. And don't be concerned because I'm going to do another drawing on the 14th. So every 2 weeks I'll be doing a drawing, and I'm not removing any name, so only the names that get picked are being taken out. So again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have had third eye visions and remembrances, I'd love for you guys to comment below and talk about it. It's always fascinating and an interesting conversation. And I just love to see the signs, symbols, and synchronicities. In this past life journeying I've been doing with others, what I'm seeing is that there's, even though they're different stories over and over again, main theme, the threads are the same, the ties that bind are the same. And so I'm inviting you to get curious and get interested in your own self and in your twin. What have you guys been doing? What was the last lifetime? What about the previous 5? What are you guys redoing? What's the redo? All right, guys, have a wonderful afternoon, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.